Got a coyote here, broad daylight. Usually they don't come out except for at night. Hey guys, so I just had me a big marmalade restaurant French toast with fruit on top and coffee. The whole thing costs 23 bucks with the tip. And I know that's pretty exorbitant, but I just thought I would tell you what happened. So anyway, I'm also now, in an irresponsible manner, going for another one of my famous drives to downtown Little Tokyo. And you may be wondering, why do I record on this, or why do I keep doing it? Well, frankly, I really don't have a better thing that I like to do, you know, or place to go. Even though it's really nasty down there, but it's like connecting with my Japanese anime roots, you know. And it's all superstition, it's all perception, but I just like it. It feels comfortable to me, even though, like, I'm aware in my mind that Japanese are not necessarily going to like me, although I just made a really good friend of a Japanese guy, a policeman actually. But you know, in general, like in the anime culture vibe thing, whites are not you know, really accepted, or, you know, non-Japanese, I should say, are not really accepted. Or actually in LA, it's the as long as you're not white situation, which I know it's kind of hard to believe, but I found that to be the case, at least, you know, among certain groups. And also I know that in this life I am going to be pretty well alone, because the elect are solitary. And so I have figured out that in my life, unless I were to run into an elect that I was pretty sure was an elect, I'm not going to, whoops, sorry about the noise, I'm not going to make a friend on the spot. I know that they're going to be an enemy of my spirit. I know that seems pessimistic, but those of you who have been in the world as Christians, who may also experience being solitary, or not, but you may still understand this, that the spirit of Satan is the general spirit that's out there. It's our default spirit, and in my opinion is why he can make everyone, great and small, rich and poor, doesn't matter, bond and free, receive the mark of the beast. Causes all, rich and poor, doesn't matter, because we're born with that mark, and you only get that mark removed if you become a servant of Jesus Christ through the guidance of the Holy Spirit in the salvation of Jesus. So I know that when I go out, you know, I used to hope, like my dream would be to run into some people that were into mech culture, which is like they call it mech. I really call it giant robot or piloted humanoid tank, basically. So that I'm the guy in risky business who says, sometimes you just gotta say, what the F. You know, it's funny, I've been praying a lot more, and because I kind of got the message, I kept seeing that 333, which I believe is the Jeremiah, call on me and I will answer thee, which you know, I kind of didn't, I still don't get it. I'm really thick, guys. I'm sorry. You know, you just gotta realize if y'all are feeling a little bit thick, I'm with you here. So I didn't get it. I never understood prayer. Really, never really got it. But I've been praying more, because it's I think what that is, and what I think is the story is that God wants us, in this case, at least in my case, and maybe in some other cases that are similar, to you continue to pray and pray and pray, even though you get no answer and no sign and no nothing. But He wants us to pray for whatever reason. I don't get it. There's all kinds of evidence in the scripture and from other witnesses and whatever that prayers are important. Prayers, like for instance, I'll hear these stories about how it makes a wall of fire that goes up, and it disrupts any demonic activity in the area, and so it strengthens you and also helps to tamp down the strength of demons that are within you. And so this morning I prayed to have to be a person that doesn't have any swear words in their mouth, and that is all holy. And because I haven't been. I mean, I've been in LA light. I've been like an Isaiah, foul-mouthed man in a foul-mouthed city. Here in LA, it's pretty nasty. I mean, but I'm here for a reason. I've definitely gotten that point, and there's a lot worse places to be. I think that I wouldn't do as well out in the country. It would kind of, I mean, just from my own comfort point of view, I'm talking about what needs to happen for the Lord. Because I'll have a lot of people telling me, hey man, gotta get out of LA, that's reptilian central, man. Base underground. I know, dude, believe me, I know. They're all, this is Satan's city, this is Satan's hometown. In fact, I heard that Satan's like earthly dwelling place, you might say, even though I think he has places all over the place. And I've heard that, and I read something like his seat is among something that's like this place in the Mediterranean, the Middle East, But I heard several sources say that he has like you may like say like a country house out in a nearby place called Topanga, where I live, and Topanga Canyon is like a main thoroughfare, main road that is like central to the valley area, you might say. Even the Topanga Plaza is on Topanga Canyon Boulevard. But there's a friend of mine who was speaking out of Satan that was dwelling in him. He was saying, yeah, I really want to live down in Topanga for some reason, because it was that satanic spirit wanting to connect with that other satanic spirit that was in control of him. By the way, that's not speaking against him necessarily. As I pointed out, Satan dwells in everybody, and a lot of people can get offended by that, or they don't want to hear anything like that. But it's a common thing, and I've gotten used to it now, and it's a matter of acceptance of the truth. So, as some of you may know by now, I can't talk about a lot of things about what happened the last 2 years, starting in late 2019 or mid 2019. I mean 2018, and then through 2019 and the beginning of, well, actually the whole of 2020, and then part of 2020. It's still ongoing a little bit, but the main adventure and everything is over. And as I told you, my girlfriend, my love, passed on around October of 2020. And so I can't talk everything about it, because there's a rule. I've told you about this, and heavenly powers, angels, and they have to go by certain rules. And because I was involved, I have to abide by those rules and not talk about certain things. But I wanted to just say about some of what I experienced, that being in love was an amazing thing. It was something added to me. It gave me something that I had not experienced before, and it was a huge addition to my life. I've never had something quite like that, and I realize now, because you see, what I found was that it wasn't just that we were like two people that happened to fall in love. It wasn't that. It was that we were a soul match. We were, I believe that we're soulmates. She said that she saw all throughout time, even Captain Jones as an old man, very old man in Japan, and he's not that old now, but she saw everything over time. She saw us together, and it was, she said that we were lovers before, and things were a lot different. Things looked a lot different, I'll just say. And but we were still us, and she remembered things and saw things of our past lives, even though I don't think everything is like perfectly clear, as far as what happened goes. But as far as knowing who we were and what we were doing, it was a case where she could see everything. I love this open food bar here. It's very village-esque. I like these little neon signs here. But what I'm trying to get to is that what I realize now is what everybody's been singing about that I've been hearing, because I hadn't been in love all my life. It took me till I was 50 years old to fall in love. And it was for a brief time. I had it for about a year and a half. And really only about maybe like a half a year when I knew that we were in love. But we were both laughing. I said it took us both a year. I was the one to say it outright. We were laughing at how long it took us to figure it out. We were just laughing. It's funny. We were both stubborn, and we were having these arguments. Like she would say something on a video, and then I would make a reply video, and just bantering back and forth. Or funny little arguments about this or that, and then finally I think I could say this much, that she was I know, and I already told you this, that she knew that she was at the end of her life. But it wasn't just that, is that she was extremely dissatisfied with her life for various reasons. Because I think I'll put it this way, she wasn't fitting for what she was. And she had kind of a sense of maybe a doom about it, because she had foreseen that she was going to die, and that's why before she left to Singapore, she said that she chewed me out, but it was to try to make me not feel so bad about her leaving, like, oh, okay, she's a bitch, well, I don't really care about her, and that kind of thing. But that didn't happen that way. She was, as I posted the video and it's there forever. She was found in the river 6 days after being there for 6 days with her wrist tied up to the side, and because Satan and two demons had attacked her. And so then when she was injured, the great Master Monk Approchat came and rescued her with a bunch of monks, came and got her out of the hospital, because he knew, like I knew then, I was concerned about it, and then I found out he came and rescued her out of that hospital because Satan could attack her in the hospital. I knew that could happen. So I was really glad when I found that out. And when she got back to the monastery, she was really injured. She was blind. Satan had stolen her eyes. And she called me, and that's how our relationship really developed, is because she started calling me every day, being blind at the monastery, and I was kind of like her friend away from just basically the rest of the monks that were there at the monastery, which is an all-male monastery. They don't let women in. But the master monk put his golden master's status robe on her and named her Jarua, which means above all. And because he knew how powerful she was. Don't you think it's amazing, guys? This guy, Master Monk Apperchat, okay? This 80-something-year-old master, I don't know how old he was, but pretty old. And because you can see from the picture. And here when he was 12 years old, gets a dream from the Lord, to build the monastery and wait for the princess that would come. And my Anna was that princess. And he ended up giving his life for her. As the final act of his great life, he actually gave his life for her. He died in the process of helping her, is the most I can say. I'm not supposed to talk about the details of exactly what happened. But if any of the monks see this, I will explain it to them over email. I just can't make a video about it. So, all these guys are getting off work. They're building that thing. I haven't even seen it, the whole thing in construction. What's going on, man? Finally off work, huh? Yeah, I believe it or not, that's what I used to do. Not on big stuff like this, but houses, apartments, that kind of thing. And there's something to be said for it, putting in a hard day's menial labor. Nothing like a good beer, shower and a beer after that, man. Crack open a beer, turn on the TV, smoke a little weed. It's the life, man. So anyway, yeah. So and it's just amazing how, the love that I felt in that situation was so weird. It was like I hadn't experienced anything like that. But what I was trying to get to say here was that I now realize that it is the central thing of life. It's, even though like Anna and ours and my interests are different. I like anime and fantasy stuff, science fiction, that kind of stuff. Some of our interests diverge, but I mean, she liked rocks. I kind of like rocks, but it's not my passion, But we were two different people with different interests, but we loved each other, and I knew that she really loved me because, see, she didn't even really fully realize it, but I knew that she did the whole time, because she sent me flowers and gifts and everything, like I was somebody special to her, and I never got it. I thought, I was so suspicious and negative, I thought it was probably partially a satanic plot to get me to loosen up to somebody, and then that's when they can come in. Satan can come in and corrupt you, see? And I know that they go for these big, long-term plans, these big things where they try to get you, Oh, this is the courthouse. I can't walk on the video camera. I love you, my Anna. Wherever you might be, I pray for your happiness. Hey friends, don't forget to check me out on BitChute and Brighteon, where I also have exclusive content that I cannot share on this platform, in case you guys want to check that out. And also, if I go missing, check me out on BitChute and Brighteon.